What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the HNE podcast. This is episode 3. I'm your host, Nick, and as always, I'm joined by James.
Hi, DeLeo Neighborino. It's good to be back for episode Trace.
Yes, and we don't have Aaron or Michael this episode, but we have Josh.
Hey, how's it going?
Marvel had a bunch of announcements at D23. It was a bunch of interesting shows and movies, and they got Black Panther 2 announcement and Moon Knight and She-Hulk and all this crazy stuff that nobody really saw coming. The Black Knight is in the MCU now. It's crazy.
Wait, the Black Knight? Or do you mean Moon Knight?
Both.
Both.
Oh, both.
So the things that got me the most excited that Marvel announced was obviously Moon Knight. The She-Hulk thing was actually pretty cool too. Just they're actually gonna do something like with another, Hulk character, and I think it's cool because obviously like they can make a movie, but Universal will just never let it get released because they have like the distribution or something. So doing the TV show kind of gets around that. Plus, She-Hulk is interesting because they can have like the whole lawyer aspect. So I guess they don't need Daredevil now. Just have She-Hulk be the lawyer in the MCU.
Don't say that.
Who cares about Daredevil? Feige's like, yeah, whatever. Have my lawyer.
That's the only Netflix show that I would really want to see brought to like Disney Plus or something like that. And for a character like She-Hulk, I can't see Marvel being bold enough to not, secure his involvement ahead of time. I mean, they're need, what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna need something to like kind of like a hook for like the general audience. And She-Hulk's a popular character with a lot of fans. But the general audience, they may not be that interested in She-Hulk. But then you hook them with, Merged Hulk, Professor Hulk, whatever. Since everyone loved him in the movies.
We could also get older Hulk characters coming back, like the Leader or the Abomination.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone actually about that. I was like, honestly, this is the perfect time to get Abomination, because he could be a good mirror. Actually, yeah, Leader too. You could have both of them make a comeback. This would be the perfect way to do it, because they would be perfect mirrors to a character like She-Hulk, in a sense where all of them can access their kind of gamma-powered forms and control it, unlike Hulk, until he became like Professor Hulk or Hulk, whatever. But
yeah.
So Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Moon Knight's coming to the MCU finally.
Moon Knight. Like I saw your Twitter posts. Like I could tell you were.
I was so hyped. I'm so glad that Jeff Loeb isn't gonna ruin him.
Yeah.
Sadly, he's gonna ruin Ghost Rider, so we can't have him in the MCU.
Yeah, isn't that kind of messed up, man? Like we get Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a very respectable adaptation of like the Robbie Reyes version.
Yeah.
Then they leave his like ending open-ended, and we're like, cool, They didn't screw up the character. He was here long enough to get some cool moments, but not too long to be screwed over, like the Inhumans were. And you already know they're going to screw it up, because they're intentionally making it to eventually lead to some supernatural crossover show on Hulu. And it's like, Ghost Rider, it was great while you were here at RIP.
But I don't know, like just beyond the Moon Knight announcements and stuff. Also we got Miss Marvel too. Kamala Khan got confirmed.
Miss Marvel.
And she's an Inhuman, so maybe that could lead to Feige eventually rebooting the Inhumans later down the line, like 5 years, because everyone wants to forget about the Inhuman show.
But yeah, like all those the What If shows.
Yeah, the What If. Yeah, that footage leaked out a little bit. What else? Eternals costumes. Got confirmation of casting. Gemma Chan is playing Cersei, and Kit Harington. Jon Snow is playing the Black Knight. It's like, how much better casting can you get with that?
Oh man, it's so much Marvel shows coming out for Disney Plus. Like, no, the question is where do we start?
Well, who would you guys cast for Moon Knight? Because I'm 100% on the Shia LaBeouf train for Moon Knight. I think that would be like a... I mean, I know a lot of people are saying that they want a Jewish actor. I personally don't know if Shia is Jewish or not, just to be totally honest. I've heard he is. People say he's not. It's the internet, so you can't trust everything that people just say here and there. But I think based on his acting range and he's a great actor. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize all the time that a really good actor, regardless of his personal issues, that this could be like a really great role for him. Like he could probably pull off, on what version of Mark Spector's history they want to do. I mean, I have doubt he would be able to pull it off from an acting chops perspective.
Or we can get Adam Sandler. He's Jewish.
Oh my god! Can you imagine Adam Sandler? Like, all right, what's the one actor that Adam Sandler puts in all of his movies?
Rob Schneider.
They get
Yeah,
him.
can you
He's a
imagine
carrot.
Rob Schneider? I was thinking of him, the god that Moon Knight gets his powers from, Khonshu or something like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a Rob Schneider Khonshu? I want them to connect it with Black Panther though. Like I was telling Nick, like the god that gives Moon Knight his powers is the brother of the god. Is the brother of Bast, who gives, like, technically, supposedly gives Black Panther, the Black Panthers their abilities. Since they're all in the same pantheon of gods and stuff, I was like, it'd be cool if they do like a spirit realm kind of thing like they did in Black Panther, but for Moon Knight. And they kind of connect it. Because it's like, it's right there, So it's like, you can't give a moment like that up, I don't think.
But they should have cast Jake Gyllenhaal as Moon Knight. He would have been perfect.
Yeah, but he's already been Mysterio.
Who
And that's a lot of people. Apparently, well, well, maybe not so much the Mysterio aspect as who Mysterio was fighting.
Oh, but he would have been perfect though. Like if you see him in like Jarhead and Nightcrawler and stuff, like he has all those different like personalities, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I loved him in Nightcrawler. Like,
oh man,
yeah.
Why was he wasting in Mysterio? Because now they're not even going to continue that universe. Oh man.
You know how these corporate deals go. Actually, I don't really know how they really go.
Oh, you know what's interesting is Black Panther is coming out in 2022. That's kind of a long time nowadays with sequels. It's 4 years later.
Yeah, so what are they going to fill it in between? I guess is the fourth Thor movie?
Thor 4 is in November, or wait, is it November? It's sometime late 2021, I think, is Thor.
But nothing for 2020?
Through 2020? No, we have Black Widow and Eternals next year.
Okay.
Yeah. The one thing that's kind of interesting, or a little weird, though, is that it seemed like there was not too much in the way of, like, announcements, I guess you could say, at the Marvel movies portion compared to the Disney Plus, because the Disney Plus, like, they showed all kinds of stuff for What If, and they showed the artwork off for, like, WandaVision and Loki, and like, they announced the 3 new shows, but for the movie stuff, they really only showed, like, the Eternals artwork, and then, like, Black Panther release date, and that was pretty much it.
Right. I mean, Disney Plus is coming out this November, so it's logical that they want to show everybody, as much of Disney Plus, as they can.
Yeah, they gotta push that, get subscribers.
Yeah. I think out of the Marvel stuff, I think for me personally, probably the What If stuff. Because a lot of the other Marvel shows I'm really excited for. The issue that I have is that I didn't really grow up, with a lot of these characters that they're getting shows. Like I never read Moon Knight. I never read my thing as a kid was like Spider-Man, and like anyone that Spider-Man interacted with, I was interested as well.
The Marvel stuff for sure. Moon Knight was the thing that took everything for me, just because I'm such a fan. I didn't really think that would happen anytime soon. Like I'm sure I had a feeling it was going to happen at some point, but I just really didn't know when and where. But glad to get confirmation of that happening. It's coming within the next 3 years or so. But Josh, what was the thing that got you the most excited out of the Marvel announcements?
So I think out of all the announcements, I was most excited, I guess, for Moon Knight. Well, is this Disney Plus and the movies, or just one or the other?
Yeah,
that I'm picking
both
from?
Of them.
Both. Okay, I would say the Eternals then, because the more they're talking about it, it really sounds like, obviously, like I was saying earlier when we were talking about Star Wars, I'm a huge fan of, like stories when they go back to the past and kind of world build, for like the world we see later. So in the spirit of that, I'm really excited to see, the Eternals explore the Celestials and kind of how the galaxy came to be. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some of the like Asgardians and like other pantheons are really just in a way descendants of the Eternals. Just like the Inhumans, like Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. I was talking to someone, and I wouldn't be surprised if instead of being an Inhuman, she's really just a descendant of like an Eternal or something like that. And her powers are unlocked through some genetic manipulation or something like that. I mean, like, I'm really excited to see what is introduced in the movie and ramifications of it.
I think that is going to wrap up this episode. Thanks again, guys, for tuning into HNE Episode 3. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me at who's_Nick. James, where can the people find you at?
So on Twitter, I will be on there at Hair Beverage. And you can also find me on my Instagram at Bevs1865.
All right. Josh, where can the people find you at?
Pretty much anywhere where the HN stuff is.
And if you want to ask us questions for the show, you can tweet at HNE Social on Twitter. With all that said, we'll catch you guys next week.